Hi, good morning.
Hi, morning.
Well, are you ready to start?
Yeah.
Okay, so as we have agreed, today the purpose of the meeting will be to discuss the Economist's article, How the Young Spend Their Money. And I hope that you have it at your hand now.
Yep, of course.
All right. Okay, then. Well, before we switch to the materials, how is it going? How do you feel today?
Well, yeah, I'm okay. Thank you. Don't know, don't have much to say. Really, just it's nice to feel okay after my headaches. So yeah, everything's great now.
Okay, superb. All right then. So probably we can just switch to the article itself now. And when did you read it, by the way?
I read it a couple of days ago, but I was just like looking through it this morning. So.
Oh yeah, okay. I've scanned it as well, just probably this morning too, because like just to have some fresh memories. And my first impression, just is that I'm a bit puzzled how old the author is, but probably they are in their 50s or something, because they are talking about millennials and Gen Z as they're kids or something. So probably that is the thing. It's the first I would like to mention, the first thing. And have you seen a lot of unknown words?
Yeah, like actually lots of them. Like for example, the word shun.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and the author really likes this word. Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, and several more, but this is the one I remembered the best. Yeah.
Okay then. Well, I think that it would be good just for us to look through some of these words, especially the ones that caught my attention and might be a bit tricky for certain users. Okay, and yeah, then we're going to think about this conceptually, right? About certain ideas mentioned in the article. Well, let me just go through some words quickly. The first thing is like, have you opened this article?
Yeah.
Okay. And by the way, were you adding these new words to your vocabulary?
No, not yet, because I need to like open the app for skying, then to move it there. So yeah, it was, yeah.
Okay, then.
Didn't feel like doing this at the moment. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I can imagine. So how about the word perplex? Have you heard it before?
Yeah, I heard it before, and yeah, I still had to look this word in the vocabulary still because I didn't remember this one. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like putting somebody in doubt,
Yeah.
things like that. Okay, the second thing is baffling.
Yeah.
They're talking about baffling kids or just young people. What is
And
that?
it feels like the perplexed and baffling is actually quite the same, but baffling is more is like a strong word. So at least what I saw in the multi-trend dictionary.
Well, actually,
So they're kind of similar.
Well, first of all, baffling is not the same as perplexed. It's rather, it's a description of young people. But the first sentence says that these young people perplexed their elders. It is used as a verb in the first sentence, and they are perplexing. Well, in this case, yeah, perplexing is more similar to baffling than perplexed. Okay. Well, yeah, that's kind of true. kind of true. Okay, so some other words. Probably you know formidable.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Actually, it's also, I think it's a French word.
It's a French word, you're right.
Yeah,
right.
this is why I remember it. Yeah.
I mean, it could be used in some other languages, probably, like of this group, but I know it from French too. Okay, what else? Okay, maybe you heard the word psyche, the psyche of young consumer. This is already which paragraph? The third paragraph. So it's like some psychic processes, right, happening in these brains. Okay. Well,
actually, the word molded also.
Mold. Oh yeah. So to mold is like to shape, to form a shape, right?
Yeah, you can guess it from the context, but still, it's kind of interesting part. Never heard it before, I think.
Okay. So it could be used, for example, when it comes to pottery or stuff like that. Yeah, like creating something out of ceramics or clay. Yeah. Okay. For example, there's a word rebound. So what is that?
Well, yeah, sorry.
Can you see it in the context?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's easily to guess it from the context. It's like rebound, like making the kind of balance with like a normal life or with each other, like it's getting back to normal in this case. So like, but kind of restoring the balance.
Yeah, exactly. So is this in your active vocabulary?
I think not.
But it's easy to guess, right? Easy to guess, and it's understandable.
Yeah.
Okay, then. Well, there are several terms that are quite similar. For example, splash out, splashing out, splurge, and it's about profligacy. Yeah, so these are three synonymic expressions which all mean overspending, like excessive spending. Okay, or also a buying spree, if you remember this expression.
Yeah, I know this expression.
Yeah. Okay, then.
And I also like the one about the tightening labor markets. So as I'm not usually kind of into some economic news or something like that, so it's kind of a new expression for me. So like tightening, labor markets.
Yeah.
So, but it's kind of useful because that's what actually resulted my wage, my raise of wage, my income. So this is pretty much the same for me.
Yeah. In that paragraph, there is also a word chuckle. Okay, it's about some kind of like a smile, but a bit ironic.
Yeah.
Okay. Good. And then we have the word shun several times. Okay. Hiccup-free. So probably it's also easier to guess from the context, but it is still quite a figurative meaning of this word.
Could you tell me which paragraph is that? What word it starts from?
Yeah, it starts with, in many ways, youngsters showing habits, like their lives are defined by their attention economy. And then you have this word as the last one in this paragraph.
Yeah,
by the way,
that's interesting.
By the way, should I share the screen with you, or is it fine?
Yeah, I think it would be more useful as we both will be in the context. Yeah.
Okay. Well then, let me do it. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah. So the next part. Yeah, there is the word proliferation as well. This one. Proliferation is like the widespreadedness, let's say so. Something being very common, and it's also about this trend to somehow evolve and expand. Okay. Tolerances, all right. Groceries, yeah. Okay, christened. To christen means to name, right? To name, to call someone. We have a similar word in Russian.
Yeah, окрестить.
Exactly. Okay, and here comes this word shun, of course. Okay. Here is another chart. Okay.
That's kind of interesting because actually me and my ex-coworkers were talking about this kind of trend of shopping through social media.
Okay.
And yeah, the funny thing is that it's less popular in Europe than in Asia. It really is. And even though some European companies are trying to also trying this trend, trying to kind of make it more kind of usual for Europeans. It's not properly working, really. So Asians, they kind of got used to it way more than Europeans.
No, it seems to be a matter of mentality.
Yeah. And the interesting thing is that probably you know that Chinese, they are shopping a lot through social media because they have a certain app that they're using. Yeah. That
okay.
They can buy almost everything in this app, and they can pay bills, I think. Even.
Yeah, heard of it.
Yeah, so like the super app kind of, and this is also a social media. So yeah,
true.
This is kind of common for them. Yeah.
Okay. Well, we're going to talk about this conceptually a bit later. I wanted to look through the whole article before like discussing it. Actually, propel is a certain word like pushing through, like pushing forward. Probably you know it.
Yeah, no, I haven't seen it before. Well,
we well know the word propeller, right? Propeller.
Yeah.
This is also used in Russian. Okay, and it's about this pushing the air, right? So propel is about doing the same with any object. Okay.
I see. Well, actually, this Economist vocabulary is rather kind of advanced, really.
Of course. It could be even classified as the C2 vocabulary sometimes. Yeah. This is why it's so interesting to read this magazine. Okay. Shop without leaving the platform. Okay. What else do we have here? Some challenging stuff. Shopping baskets. Okay, again, the word shun. Maybe you can see anything. Second. I lost you for a second. What word did you mention?
Woke.
Oh yeah, woke. Yeah, I remember some. It's a concept like woke generation, woke people. Yeah, and it refers to us and people who are younger. Because we kind of care about the trends and about the like politics and stuff.
Not only politics, but also
ecology and
ecology. Yeah.
Yeah, certainly some social issues as well.
And as far as I see on social media too. So, well, people use this word like a lot. So,
Yeah.
especially for our generation. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. So finally, there's a word to dull youngster senses. I guess it's like similar to, not similar, but it is the same. The root word for dull as an adjective.
Yeah, we have the same expression in Russian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's a funny this comparison, like truth barometers. Okay, this is also understandable. Okay, influx. Influx means the constant motion. Is this understandable?
Sorry, I misheard you.
It's over here.
No, I didn't heard the word you say. It's just
influx is like in constant motion. Okay, it's about these dynamics. All right. Self-care is all the rage. All right, that's understandable. So probably there are no tricky things in these paragraphs. And the last part was about these biases, about certain things that can be argued. Whether this is healthier, is more ecological and eco-friendly than the previous generation's habits. Okay. And have you heard of Patagonia, this brand? Because I haven't. I don't know it.
Oh, yeah, they're kind of famous, especially because rather recently their founder, I think, their owner of this company I think he sold it or did something like with the financial part of his kind of ownership, and whether I don't remember whether he created a fund of it or just kind of gave this sum of money to another fund, something like that. But yeah, the whole brand is about some ecological usage of clothes, and also for helping nature. And they have lots of articles about kind of how nature struggles because of human consumption, probably. So because each time you wear some clothes, they supposed to be it's about material mostly, right? So it has to be made of something. So if it's cotton, then you're supposed to kind of raise it somehow. You need to kind of work on it so that it would become like threads, right? So and so on. So but also you need to paint it, like dye it. Yeah, and that's the main problem, because the dyes that they're using, they can be very toxic. And yeah, this is where the problem starts. And also some brands, some outdoor brands, they're using some toxic materials to make it like waterproof or like dirt proof or anything like that. So yeah, but Patagonia doesn't. So
and how do they promote themselves? Do they have a lot of marketing channels? Like Instagram, TikTok, what else?
Well, of course, like
YouTube.
any company like that usually have these channels.
How did they learn about them?
Well, I don't quite remember, but they are kind of really famous in terms of outdoor wear. And kind of, I think they were in some shops in Moscow. Probably in, like some streetwear shops. They're quite popular there. And like Patagonia, North Face.
Oh yeah.
And several more brands like that. They're very popular there. Usually there are some wear by them, some apparel. Yeah.
Yeah, as far as I remember, the word is pronounced as apparel.
Apparel, sorry.
Yeah. Okay. So we are almost at the end of the article, but there are still some fun words. For example, grub. Grub is like, have you translated this word or maybe understood what it means? It's like this. I'm showing you it now, and it's about food. Yes, it's just some food, a meal, you know, something to eat. Yes, it's about that. Okay. And finally, well, I don't quite remember if there are any words in the last paragraph, any challenges. Probably not. All right, then. Well, first of all, it's about two generations, two younger audiences. And yeah, what are your overall impressions? Maybe you remember some ideas mentioned.
Well, I just while reading this, I realized that this is kind of all true. Like no, I believe none of the young people, especially those that are younger than us, think that their future is kind of clear, because they see what's going on in the world. They see like economic recessions, they see like pandemics, they see like I don't know, so many factors that can kind of decrease their kind of level of their financial well-being. And they're kind of, I think that they are kind of afraid, and it feels like they, and me too actually, are trying to live now and not plan for, I don't know, like 15, 20 years, because it's absolutely not clear what will be so in this future, in this far future. And
yeah,
I kind of feel them there. Yeah.
One of the sentences mentioned the research about some thoughts and maybe fears of us, like the fact that like many people are afraid that they won't be able to retire because of this economic and financial reasons, and also a very big amount of people,
almost half, don't think that they will be able to own a house.
Yes, exactly. It's this thing. This thing.
So this is kind of, I don't know, really disturbing, because this is one of the basic things, right? So like having a place to live. So, and the problem is not only with kind of our conception of how we consume. The problem is the prices, the economy itself, and that's, well, even though there are mortgage kind of plans, but for so many people, it's kind of like, it's something very risky. Like you're gonna get some credit, like a huge credit for like 20 years, like, or some even take for 30 years. And only only by a certain age you will be able to own some property. But the problem is that anything could happen, like COVID, for example, or the war, right? So, or I don't know, another economic recession, another kind of this how do you call it, like a bubble,
disaster,
right? And,
or what?
Any disaster, yeah.
Yeah.
So, and they won't be able to pay for this mortgage. So, like, how can I how can I get this risk? So, because it's like a really high level risk, so losing the ability to pay for it. So, yeah, I kind of understand that. Yeah, I can see that they're I don't know, that their worries are probably true. I mean,
Yeah, they're reasonable.
Yeah.
Okay. So, and also there were other ideas. First of all, about how we consume. Like, certainly we are affected by many things, and it's not only about the price and quality. It's not about just having something that is value for money, but rather the thing that is mentioned, the trend is that like young consumers proof check the information about the sellers, okay, and the brands, and if they have this dubious reputations, then they just give them up and opt for something else.
Yeah, that's also true. And well, the same happens in kind of Russian young society, as well as I see it among people I know. But probably not that much. But I think it's a kind of a like, I believe that cancel culture actually influenced it, so that people would kind of show now have ability to show that this is inappropriate, for example, for brands to do this or that, and they can show it by stopping using it, like by it and consuming it. And this is like a like a new kind of social trend, I believe.
New wave.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So actually, what else was mentioned? Okay, it's about shopping on social media, right? Have you ever used, for example, Instagram to shop?
Well, I never bought something in Instagram, but it's a good place to find something, some new brands, some new things that you're interested in. So yeah, kind of. So it's like a point of entry to actual shopping. So, but I'm still gonna use shop's website, so that I find it, I don't know, particular me, I find it more secure to shop from a certain web shop.
Yeah, and some conscious buying habits were mentioned, but I think that they should also think of some like charity spending. So it hasn't been mentioned, but I think it's also quite trendy, like to organize in communities and help, like raise funds for different purposes.
Yeah, it is. And also it's really working great in social media. I mean, this is the easiest way to reach people.
Yes, for sure.
For sure. Like,
I would also add Telegram to this list.
Yeah, but it's kind of probably less popular in Europe, I think. Yeah.
Okay, then. Well, do you have any other ideas about the article?
Actually, yeah. They mentioned this fast fashion, and that although young people are trying to be kind of conscious about what they shop, like what are they consuming. So still brands like Shein is rather popular, and this is fast fashion, which means people get rid of those clothes really fast. So they're kind of this cycle is real fast.
Yeah.
And this is the problem, according to what it means for our nature, our ecology. And yeah, this is kind of interesting. So, and kind of a bit hypocritical, right? So this is interesting, but as for high-level brands, right? Because they also mentioned in this article that young people are making their first expensive buys way earlier than previous generations.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah. And the interesting thing about this, and as far as I'm trying to see it from my perspective, that when you're buying something expensive, you kind of cherish it more.
Yeah.
You use it longer. And this is kind of a good trend at some point. It's not about just having expensive things or like trendy things. It's more about using them longer. It's about having something way more precious for you, and being very, like careful with it. So it kind of prolongs this cycle of using. Yeah.
And I'd like to stress this word. So it's like precious rather than precious.
Precious, sorry.
Yeah, precious. Okay. I'm not sure that it was so like, let's say even 15 years ago, because people were shopping for some luxury goods, and then, well, I'm rather talking about the megapolises and this like posh people who were overspending and did not quite care a lot about these expensive things, costly products. And
yeah, I'm not talking about this, like people that can just afford to buy it and then kind of dispose it. I mean, like those who cannot really afford it but still buying expensive things. So yeah, this is kind of works for them, especially if it's kind of a expensive brand or kind of trendy brand, you still will be able to sell it also.
Yeah.
So it kind of also prolongs the like this garments life. So
yeah,
I think it's a kind of a good thing, really. So why not?
Okay. So I suppose that we have had a fair amount of discussions of this article, and it's time to somehow wrap it up and just end our conceptual meeting today. So I suppose that this article is fine, and it was also nice to just read about ourselves and somehow compare it with others, also geographically as well. Okay. And yeah, I still advise you to create the account on the Economist.
Yeah, I will. I promise.
Okay. Yeah. Okay,
so then. Yeah, thank you for the discussion. It was interesting. Yeah, and the overall article is very interesting.
Yeah, and concerning your language, it's been almost flawless. I'm impressed as usual. So there have been some flaws in pronunciation, but only a couple of them, including this word precious. Precious. Yeah, I'm gonna remember it. Okay. I think I took it from Lord of the Rings again. Okay, superb. Well then, so have a nice day. Yeah, thank you. You too. Okay, see you next time. Yeah, see you. Bye. Bye-bye.